Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit.
So I was thinking about this subject, which is Africans and African Americans. And when I asked you just now, you said those are two different people. And then I just asked you if black people included Africans and African Americans, and then some people that's not Africans, that's darker than so-called black people. And you said, yeah. Then I asked you, well, is black people niggas? And then you said, yeah. So are Africans niggas?
Yeah.
Okay, Africans is niggas too. But not the Indians and the dark skinned Arabs and the dark skinned Asians. Those not niggas.
Nah,
Are they black?
I guess.
So they black, but they not niggas. Only African Americans and Africans is niggas.
My definition of nigga is something totally different. So I was going to think you asking the wrong person.
Okay, so what's your definition of a nigga personally?
Ignorant person.
An ignorant person. So, okay. And if a definition has more than one definition and a nigga is an ignorant person, okay, what's the relationship of color in the word nigga? There's no relationship to color. Okay. Now, in terms of color, Africans and African Americans, are they the same people?
Not to everybody.
Huh?
Not to everybody.
Just generally, are Africans and Negroes or African Americans the same people? Are they kinfolk? You guess? Okay. Now, so when you go back in history and they say that Africans sold Africans into slavery, were those the same people selling their own people into slavery? You say yes? Okay, so now that gives sort of like a admission, or the white folks will say, well, you folks sold your own selves into slavery, so I mean, how can you blame us for what happened to you? You know what I'm saying? So the reason I was asking that is because, in doing my research or readings, and of course I'm always starting with the holy history, I was unraveling maybe some of the relation or the spiritual distinctions between Africans and African Americans, or niggas and black people, or those things. And I started back in Exodus, where the Israelites first went into Egypt, and it was just 70 of them. And then over the course of 200 some odd years, they grew into a nation, right? So now you have a group of black people, the Israelites, that grew into a nation inside of a nation, which is the Egyptians, right? And all throughout, the holy history, the Israelites are confused for Egyptians or Ethiopians or Canaanites, which are the real African people, the Hamites, the sons of Ham, right? So now here's the thing. In terms of the relationship or the sentiment of Africans, real Africans, and black folk, which, are the Israelites, they cannot like us. They have to have a negative impression and feeling about us because, one, remember, when we were being delivered out of Egypt by Moses, the Lord put major plagues on the Egyptians, the real Africans, right? So those Africans were a witness to the power of God of Israel. So the Israelites are brown or black people. They're coming or getting ready to come out of Egypt. The Africans who had them in slavery or captivity, and God is putting the plagues on these Africans to free his people, right? So, he dropping the flies and the frogs and the blood in the Nile and the darkness and the gnats on these Egyptians, right? And the Egyptian people like, Pharaoh, dog, let these people go. But it's all for the world to see the power of God as he breaks this mighty Egyptian kingdom, right? You know how niggas and all Kemet and I got an Ankh and we Egyptian and all that. They never go to the Bible to find out what the God of the Israelites did to the Egyptians and freed them, right? And then once they were coming out of Egypt, and the Pharaoh was like, man, I got to go get my slaves back. And he amassed his whole army to go get them. And the Lord opened up the Red Sea, and the Israelites walked through, and he drowned the Egyptians, right? Now imagine this. Real Egyptians cannot like Israelites. You feeling me? Because their history is, them niggas God destroyed our kingdom. We used to be the greatest empire on earth. Egypt, all the pyramids, all the Amun Ra and Osiris and all that stuff, right? We were in that country and grew up as a nation in that country, and our God destroyed those Africans to let us out, right? Now, that's just part one. Egypt, original name is Mitzrayim. They're a son of Ham, one of the sons of Noah. Mitzrayim's brothers are Cush, which is another name for Ethiopia or Babylon, right? Phut, which is another word for Libya, and Canaan, right? Now, when the Israelites came out of Egypt, the land that the Lord promised them was the Canaanites' land. You feeling me? So now, after the Lord destroyed the Egyptian empire to free the Israelites, he told the Israelites, the Egyptians' brothers' land is going to be your land. You feeling me? So now the Canaanites like, why are these Israelites coming over here and invading our land? Well, the Lord told them, I'm sorry, you Canaanite Africans, that it's going to be their land and y'all got to go. And then the Lord was telling the Israelites, go in there, kill everybody, women, children, dogs, cats, cattle, and take their land. Move into their houses, you good. I'm going to send hornets over there. I'm going to send war and confusion over there to that area. When they weak, I'm going to send you over there to take that land. You feeling me? Those Africans, real Africans, Canaanites, on the planet today are Canaanites and Egyptians. You feeling me? The Girgasites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites. Those are real living people today. Real living Africans and tribes who were destroyed by Israelites because the Lord promised them that land. The Canaanites and the Egyptians cannot like Israelites. You feeling me? They like, man, them niggas God destroyed us and moved us into their land. The Babylonians, those are the original Cushites, right? The Cushites were the first ones under Nimrod to start empires. Nimrod was the father of the Tower of Babel project in his defiance to God. And when that project got to a certain point, the Lord sent the angels down to destroy the tower and then to confuse and scatter the people, right? So now all of the world still worships Nimrod under the Tower of Babel religion. That's called universalism. In today's term, that's Catholic. So the Catholic religion go all the way back to Nimrod and the Tower of Babel, when all of the world were trying to construct that project against God. And even though they speak different languages and tongues, they still adhere to that one religion. So Catholicism is cloaked under that. And that's why you can have all these different languages and tongues understand that one simple philosophy. Now back to the Israelites. Babylon, or before Babylon, the Assyrians, those are more black people. They took the northern kingdom of Israel into captivity or slavery into the various lands of Assyria and put black people in the Israelites or the northern kingdom's land, right? So the Assyrians, more black people, don't like Israelites, right? The southern kingdom with David, boy, David was a bad boy. David went throughout the area killing everybody the Lord told him to kill. Edomites, Canaanites, who else was Moabites, Ammonites. And David was the battle axe of the Lord. He was the Lord, the apple of the Lord's eye. And David caused massive damage to Africans and others in the area. Now, here's the funny thing. People always talk about the Bible ain't real, but them Africans have these interactions and events in their own history, right? They might not call those people Israelites, or they might not write about how they were defeated in battle, but they remember that. And every time they see an Israelite, they're like, we hate them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So imagine in America. You got your mask. Imagine in America, you got all these brown people like I was asking you. And I asked you if we was the same. We ain't the same. You got Israelites who we are, the people who the lost sheep, who don't know our name, the black folk, the Afro-Americans, the African-Americans, the melanated, the original man, the Negroes. You know what I'm saying? That simply means the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But the Ethiopians know who they are. The Egyptians know, the Libyans know, the Ugandans know. The actual Africans know who they are. They actually know who you are. They hate your guts. That's why they was able to gather you up when you was in their land after the Romans destroyed yours and sell you to black Arabs, right? The Arabs is black, the original ones. And the native Africans put you into slavery within their tribes. And then when the Europeans showed up on the scene, they showed or sold you niggas or Israelites or Hebrews to the Europeans. So you've been part of biblical prophecy, but you are not those people who sold you. They had a conspiracy against you from the beginning because your God was beating their ass. You feeling me? So them Africans ain't got no love for niggas at all because they know who we are, and they know as long as they contribute with the Arabs, the Asians, and the Europeans to keep us asleep, they get to keep their little African countries and whatever they doing over there. But ain't none of that belong to us, and ain't none of whatever they going through got nothing to do with us. We are not the same people. And until we are together again, I love you. I love you. I love you. To be continued. Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit.